Welcome to Technique Friday with Els. The technique I'm going to show you is how to use your dies in a different way. I'll be using Joset Designs Lollypop die as a stencil with our Clear Double Sided Adhesive and our silk microfine glitter. So this is the lollipop with the stick, and then these are the two overlays, and those are the ones I'm going to work with today. So here you see some cards, and of course you can add text like a happy birthday. I can make this for Christmas with a snowman, so you can really play with these cards, but I just want to show you the base of the card. So you have your white cardstock with your Clear Double Sided Adhesive on the top. So this is your release sheet that comes off. All the release sheets you can use to die cut stencils from. And those stencils I can use over and over again as long as I keep them in one piece. With the silk microfine glitter you want to work from dark to light. So I need to use this one to make it this way. So if I put this one on here, I do the red first. You see, so I put it on here. I do the red first, polish that, and I lift it up, and then I do the white. If I would have liked to have the white to be the red, I would have done it exactly the other way. So I've put down these first on my tape, and I will show you in a second. And then this could have been red, and then the swirls could have been white. So here I have my piece of tape. So it's the white cardstock with the Clear Double Sided Adhesive on the top. Then I'm going to take off that release sheet and try to not touch it with my fingers. Just lay them on there. And then I'm going to take my release sheet because I need to make sure that these are pressed down well. And you want to make sure they're pressed down well, because if they're not pressed down well, the glitter will run underneath there and you will not have those sharp lines. So here you are, and then I'm going to bring in the glitter. So I have my glitter tray here. This time I have a wooden tray and I put some Swiffers in there. So I'm going to take this off. So I press this down really well. You see, I use this. So I use my release sheet as a handle. And I'm going to use a coffee filter. So I'm going to do the negative one from, like the opposite one from the other one. So in this case I'm going to do the outside in red. So that's going to be red and these are going to be white. So I have the true red here. So I'm just going to sprinkle it. One side. Now I can hold it here because now that's not sticky anymore. Then I'm going to sprinkle the other side, tap it off, and I need a little bit more here. Tap it off, and I can brush it off lightly, but I think I'm going to polish in most of it. So I'm just going to leave it. Use my coffee filter to put this back into the jar. So now I'm going to polish, and polishing means I'm going to rub that glitter into the tape, and as you can see, most of it goes in there. So I just polish everything in there. And I think if you make a circular motion with the polishing, you get the nicest coverage. And then I'm going to brush it off, and I use the brushes. These are the brushes I'm using. We have those available online as well. And I find that these work really well with the glitter. So I'm just going to clean this off, and normally I would do this over the trash can. But what you could do as well is take a Swiffer and just kind of at the end do this. Then I'm going to take my tweezer, and I want to have those, I want to save those stencils. And of course you can die cut them again, but a lot of stencils I think are really nice, so I want to save those. And with this one, because you know you need to be careful, so I take my fine pointed tweezer and I go underneath, and then from here on I can just pull those. And now I can use the white, you see. So now I'm going to take my white glitter, and the white, it's an opaque one. I'm not going to brush it off over my white, because if I have any specks in a bright white of color, you will see that. And then I'm going to brush this off. And brushing off, you see, so normally I would put that back into the jar, but I don't want any specks of red in my white glitter. You see, and now you have that, and then I can polish this a little bit, but doesn't really need a lot of polishing, you see. And now you have the piece, so now you can see you have your positive and negative. So for this one, I use this one, and for this piece, I use the separate swirls here. And then I will show you one more, because I have another piece prepared. That's with the other pattern here. You see, so again I have a piece of white cardstock with that Clear Double Sided Adhesive on the top. I'm going to put it on here, and I know this is exactly the size. Normally it's easy when it's a little bit bigger, so I might need to trim it a little bit at the end, but that's fine. And here I have the swirls, and you see this is all sticking out now, so I need to make sure that's pressed down really well. So I take my release sheet again, and especially so polish where those swirls are, make sure they're pressed down really well. So I'm going to do my swirls in royal blue. Here you go. And the rest I can probably polish in there. Put this back. And you can use all your dies, so all your dies you have you can use to make different patterns. It really gives a different extra use for your dies. And now with this one again I need to be careful to take this off because the swirls I want to keep it in one piece, and you will see those swirls go all the way, so I need to take my tweezer and kind of lift them up, and then I can just go with the swirl. See, now I have my swirls. Let's take the soft green here and I can just sprinkle it everywhere. I'm going to brush it off a little bit. Look at that, look at the sparkle you're getting here. It's really fun to see it. Then I'm going to brush it off. You see, and then you have another background. So that's it for this Technique Friday. Thank you for watching, and really try to look at your dies in a different way because you can get more use out of it if you see more possibilities. I hope you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and see you again next time.